If you need a way to flip your bread or build an online business, you don't want to miss our live interest meeting and Q&A happening Wednesday, August 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern, hosted by The Ticket Blog. We're breaking down what's inside our exclusive seller community and how you can start building a profitable online ticket business from scratch. Tap in live for a special offer, answers to your questions, and the info you need to get started. Go to thetickettrap.com and join us. Again, thetickettrap.com.
Click the link at the top line of the description to get started now. All right. I know y'all seen our sponsor. Make sure you check them out by clicking the top line of the description box. Also, if you want to advertise with us, if you want to put your brand in that spot, in that position, email me right now, ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod@hiphopun.com. We working. And I know y'all see the beard glistening. I know y'all see it glistening, shining. You know what I mean? Look. You want to get, we got our very own beard balm, shea butter infused, right? All natural, baby, right? And our own beard oil. Click the top line, the second line of the description box. Look at that. The second line of the description box, adonisamari.com. And it'll say purchase our beard oil and balm right here. I got a special. I'm blowing them out because I'm introducing a new fragrance line. So go check out, make sure you check out our products right now. Beard balm and beard oil, adonisamari.com. And you'll see it. Get our beard products in the description box below. All right, let's get to the proceedings this evening. All right, so Dame Dash. Now, we have been, we've been covering Dame Dash for years now. Maybe 10 plus years, and even, covered, had the pleasure of interviewing Dame Dash a few years ago. He reached out to us to do an interview. You can check the archives to check that interview out that we did with Dame Dash. And we've been following him, and we always revered him, and we always respected his grind and his hustle to kind of get the preliminaries out the way. But we've been following this whole situation with Dame Dash and Dame, and his financial troubles that he's going through right now. And nobody is excited about it, but my thing is, let's use it as a learning lesson and what not to do in business. So Dame Dash, right? He's tied up in all these different lawsuits right now, and he skipped out on a $4 million judgment. So as a result, they entered a judgment in the amount of $4 million. And this was from a film with Josh Weber and Muddy Waters Pictures. They took him to court over copyright infringement. So after they won the lawsuit, it's just a piece of paper, essentially. They moved the court to enforce. So as a result, the court was asking, or now forcing Dame Dash to turn over some of his documents for his business. They're trying to, make him, get rid of, some of his businesses to satisfy the debt. Now, Dame Dash responded in an interview. He pretty much said, look, they're going after companies that haven't been active in years, pretty much shelf companies, right? But I told you, and I brought this up, that it gets to the point, and I don't agree with this, but that if you don't satisfy the judgment or show up in court, they will put an order of contempt in for not showing up, and they will arrest you. So the court, they gave Dame Dash the deadline. And originally it was July 31st, and they moved the deadline to yesterday, August the 7th. So now the attorney for the company that won the lawsuit against Dame Dash is calling for Dame Dash to be arrested. That's right. He wants Dame Dash arrested. And he went on to say, right, instead of complying with court orders, Dash is posting on social media about his late life in bucket hats, along with having the audacity to post that Mr. Dash has signed the white lesbian Aaliyah to Blue Rock Records. This is what Brown told the magistrate court judge. And I'll show you that video. Matter of fact, let me show you this video real quick of what he's talking about.
And today we're celebrating that we got home safe from the ranch, and that Dusko caught his first fish in his river, and now he's going to try to catch his first fish in the lake with Grandpa. Now, another thing we're celebrating is a bucket is a very intricate thing. Not every bucket is a good bucket. Like, not all money is good money. So it's taken us a year to design the bucket of what makes me comfortable. And we finally got the right bucket, the right fit. Not all buckets are good buckets.
All right, so this is just one of the videos that they are referring to with Dame Dash showing off and almost flaunting, and taunting the people that are going after his assets, right? So they're asking the judge to do that. Now I'm gonna give you a little bit more, right? So after skipping the court deadline, right, he got hit with that $4 million judgment. Now to collect, the judge approved Dame Dash selling off shares of Dash Films, Blue Rock LLC, Black Rock LLC, and several of his film copyrights. Now, as we know, Dame Dash already sold his stake of Rockefeller, but it wasn't enough to cover his legal obligations. At the time, he hoped that it would be, but it wasn't. He's also fighting a massive tax bill and back child support. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy now. Now they're done playing with Dame Dash. They went on to say, Mr. Dash's disrespect for this court orders has been plentiful throughout the years. In light of his non-compliance, plaintiff respectfully requests that an arrest warrant be issued for Mr. Dash. And this is Christopher Brown. He's had a long, history with Dame Dash. Now Brown wants the judge to force Dame Dash to show up on August 13th, 10 a.m. and explain why he's dragging his feet. It don't look like Dame gonna show up to me. It looks like Dame Dash saying F you, right? I got stuff. I got businesses that don't have no money in them. I got personal accounts that don't have no money in them. People around me got money. People around me, it's just the game he's playing. But you don't have a judgment against them. You have a judgment against me. So legally, you can't go after them. So I can post up on a beach, on a lake, and do whatever I want. Okay, arrest me. What you gonna get? Where you gonna literally put a gun on my head and force me to pay? This is the game that Dame Dash is playing right now. This is the game he's playing. Right? He is pushing the needle, pushing it off the damn table. Right? And I'll be honest with you. As far as the lawsuit, like the back child support is one thing, the back taxes is another thing, right? We're businessmen. I understand, trust me, all of this stuff. I understand all of this stuff. And I don't understand the child support because, I never had child support. I take care of my children, right? But everything else is just like, wow. And in a cyclical way, I kind of don't blame him, right? Because he's saying F you. But however, don't be confused like this is the right way to go about things. Don't be confused like this is the right way to do business. Like you're doing something like, behind the back, do a slam dunk 360 doing what he's doing. No. That don't be confused. Now, I don't have a problem with what he's doing, right? But I know being a businessman, right, that these are tactics of someone who either one doesn't have the money or two doesn't want to pay and saying F you. One or two things. And it's a tactic of someone who has assets and people around him that have money and people around him it'll be like your wife or your girlfriend, like being a millionaire and people coming after you. Like, what the fuck do I care? My girl they take this, my girl get me another one. My wife will get me another one. They take this, my wife will get me another one. That's the game Dame Dash is playing. That's the game he's playing. So the problem with that is he could be arrested. So he goes on shows and talk about, they talk about the FBI picked me up, and it's getting close to that. And like he said, though, are you worried about a RICO or a repo? Repo all day, baby. So that's the game. You got to be able to read between the lines with Dame Dash. Read between the lines. But I'm going to tell the young men and women out there, this is not the right way to go about things. This is not the right way to go about things. Remember, I always told you guys, have insurances in place. Have your legal counsel in place if you can afford it. Have checks and balances in order for every situation. No different than you go out and you got health insurance, right? You got car insurance. Your home is insured. You got life insurance. Think about that. Life, health, home, car. In the event that you die, an event that's a disaster in your home, event that somebody crashes into you, right? In an event that you get sick or need some type of treatment, you have everything. The fifth will be business insurance if you have a business to insure you against different things depending on what industry you're in. This is the responsible way to go about doing things. And trust me, I learned from experience because I made a lot of mistakes myself in business. So I'm not just talking at the side of my mouth. This is the right way. It's to be responsible and pay people and cultivate and maintain good and great relationships. So that if you ever need someone, they will be coming. You can call up a Kevin Hart or call up a Jay or call up one of these people and say, man, look, I already know, bro. Can I borrow this until this? Can I do this? Can you help me with this? You feel me? That's the proper way to engage these type of situations, not running and dodging and ducking and you know trying to show off shit, and that's childish. That's childish, right? And you're only going to piss off the wrong people, and you're gonna make them really try to indict you on some old bullshit or lock you up. So remember, that's the way you go about get your things in order. Get yourself a great accountant, right? Get yourself a great lawyer. Learn the environment, learn the business that you're in, and protect yourself. That's the way you do it. What Dame is doing is not right. I don't blame him. I feel him. But if you were teaching someone, if you were telling someone, here's everything you shouldn't do. Like, no, you don't do that. Don't do this. And it ain't about how much money somebody made. Oh, he made. It don't matter, bro. You got people who might be doing $300,000 a year, but they doing it fiscally responsibly, and they're growing their business. Or somebody made 300 million or 100 million and fucked it over and owe money on child support, owe money on taxes, lawsuits, all of that, right? So it's a way to go about it. And again, I'm learning from personal experience through going through every possible thing you can go through in business. I've been through it. Damn near in life, I have been through it. So I know what I'm talking about. But nevertheless, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. As I said, man, if you go down and say, you can say, get our beard balm and beard oil. I'm relaunching, right? Got our stuff right here. Our bombs right here. Shea butter infused, raw shea butter. You know what I mean? And my beard oil right now. It's available in the description box, right underneath our sponsor. Right in the middle, you'll see grab our beard oil and balm at DonnaSamari.com. That's at DonnaSamari.com. I truly appreciate you guys. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment. I want to hear what y'all got to say.